come on. And welcome to another live stream watch-along reaction. Tonight we're reacting to Seattle Sounders FC versus Tigres UANL CONCACAF Champions Cup 2026 quarterfinal leg 2, 0-2 on aggregate. Tigres lead. Can they hold on? Ishmael Cornejo, the center ref. And that line's coming in fast. All right. Only a severe thunderstorm warning, though. With that being said, Seattle Sounders FC contra Tigres UNL, la Copa Campeones de la CONCACAF, cuartos de final partido vuelta, 0-2 global. We will see how this game goes. And we're here, and we'll review it when it's over. It's that simple. The severe weather, I don't see much. I don't see much that you could really, maybe a little bit, but if you hear an EAS tone, it is what it is. We're just going to ride through it. Fuck it. If you hear an EAS tone out of my phone, we're just going to ride through it. Fuck it. It's that close. I can't do much. With that being said, I don't see anything on rotation. With that being said, starting 11, Stephen Fry in goal. The back four of Kalani Costa Rienzi, Alex Roldan, Jackson Reagan, Nuhu Tolo for Seattle. Christian Roldan, Snyder Brunel, Paul Rothrock, Albert Rusnak, Jesus Ferreira, and Jordan Morris. Starting 11 for Tigres, Nahuel Guzman, Jesus Garza, Joaquim Romulo, Jesus Angulo, Cesar Rajo, Diego Lainez, Angel Correa, Juan Brunetta, Oziel Herrera, and Rodrigo Buffalo Aguirre. 90 minutes to decide who's going to finish out the semifinals. Nashville's going to play the winner of this tie. Will it be Tigres? Will it be Seattle? We're going to find out soon and find out quick. How was Galaxy that bad? What happened to their 2024 team? Turns out that Ricky Puig was the reason why they were good. And we're off. Tigres wearing their blue kits and Seattle wearing their green. Who thought that was a good fucking idea? What the fuck? Blue versus rave green is the dumbest shit I ever seen in my life. You gotta be fucking kidding me. How we doing, Sean? I don't know. I don't know. Either way. Whoever did that is blind as a bat. Whoever did that is blind as a bat. So I'm going to say, okay, this one doesn't look too rotation-y, and that's what's going to hit us. There might be a little bit here, but that's more Mildstadt, Freeberg. I think we're good, 0-0, but give it about 15 minutes, and then I'll just, either way, 0-0. I think we're fine. If you don't hear EAS tone in about 15 minutes, I think we're fine. Off my phone, we're good. I think we'll be fine. Either way, base velocity. That doesn't fucking help. Hold on. Hazards. There we go. I don't really see anything. Not really. It's really just, yeah, it seems like a surge of winds more than anything else. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay, playing forward, 0-0. Red Bulls won 3-1 against Pittsburgh at NYCFC. Lost 1-0 because they suck. NYCFC won their Open Cup game. What do you mean? Oh, the Red Bull. Player down, hurt. But yeah, we're under a severe thunderstorm warning, and it's coming our way in minutes. I don't really see a notch there. No, nothing that I would really be concerned about on this edge of the storm that'll hit us. Straight up east, I don't see anything. Mildstadt, yeah, but I don't see anything. 2 minutes in, 0-0, settle. Beating Pittsburgh ain't for everyone. NYCFC lost to Pittsburgh. Yeah, beating Pittsburgh isn't for everyone. But I love seeing Pittsburgh win. 0-0, settle esta noche. 0-2 global in general. 0-2 global. 0-2 on aggregate. Either way. Marcel Ruiz played tonight. That just still seems so damn stupid. I don't know, man. And the Leaf season is over. DC United got eliminated by 1 Knoxville on penalties. Fuck DC. Forsberg scored a free kick from like 25 yards out. Well, I would hope so. I would hope so. Fucking losers, DC. Jesus Christ, bro. They suck. All right, we got Orlando winning. They won 1-0. Charlotte won 6-0. An Open Cup, round of 16. Why did Galaxy do bad? Because the player that was the engine of their team got hurt. Greg Vanney can only run his system with a number 10 who's really good. He's a fucking fraud. And San Jose's winning 2-0 up a man against Phoenix Rising. San Jose might actually be good. Do they rely on Pooj that much? Yes. Yes, they do. Yes, they fucking do. Like Greg Vanney relied too much on Seba Javinko. Like he relied too much on Alejandro Pozuelo. Like he relied too much on Victor Vasquez. Vanney is a fucking fraud that needs a number 10 to have his system work. Saved by Nawel. Seattle needs 2 goals to send this to extra time and have a clean sheet. Tigres scores a goal. It's going to be very tough for Seattle. 2 years ago, I saw highlights of Julian Hall at Red Bull 2, and I knew he would be insane in a couple of years. Par for the course for your academy. Par for the course for your academy. I'm not surprised. I mean, I heard his name around that same time, and I'm like, oh, he's a Red Bull player? Oh, yeah, he's going to be good. Yeah, no worries. He's going to be good. Shot save. I knew it. We all knew it. We all knew it. Mom Donnie just taxed the rich. Yeah, I saw that video. So, 5th minute. 0-1 for Orlando over Naples. 6-0 for Charlotte FC over the Independents. Atlanta won 3-1. 1 Knoxville, 1 on penalties, 6-5 after a 3-3 draw. In penalties, Red Bull beat Pittsburgh 3-1. Richmond lost to Columbus 3-0. Houston beat El Paso 4-1. 4-0 for St. Louis City over Tulsa. Up a man as well. Marcel Hartel, Sangbin Yong. Sangbin Yong. Sangbin Yong. Yeah, we'll go with it. Yong Sangbin. Mickey Joyner and Thomas Ostrak scored 4-0 for St. Louis. We love it. Round of 16 for St. Louis. 2-0 for San Jose in the 74th minute. No severe thunderstorm warning. What? Guess it must have weakened. Huh. That's interesting. That's interesting. Severe thunderstorm warning's gone. Guess the storm must have weakened beyond lower severe limits. Okay, I won't complain about that, but we'll keep an eye on it because God knows if I don't. We will keep an eye on it. God knows if I don't. Huh. 0-0, 7 minutes in. Happy birthday. 1 bad season, fine, but 2nd bad season in a row ain't looking good. Fire Vanney. He's a fraud. They should. He's not a good coach. If you don't have Pooj, he's not a good coach. He's garbage. He's garbage. I've said this for years. He ain't the reason why Toronto was great. Those players were awesome. It makes everybody else look like shit that's coached the team ever since, though, that they can't do a damn thing. That they can't do a damn thing. It's something. It's something. Severe thunderstorm warning is canceled for Monroe and Central St. Clair and Southern Illinois, East Central Jefferson, and East Central Missouri. The storms which prompted the warning of weakened below severe limits no longer pose an immediate threat to life or property. Therefore, the warning has been canceled. We know how these go. Either way, 743. They should. I know it's a different league, but if Spurs fire a manager after winning the Europa League, LA Galaxy could have fired their manager after their worst ever season. Yeah, but 8 minutes. 0-0. 0-0 esta noche, 0-2 global. Seattle have had their moments, but yeah, I don't really see much. But if it's not severe warned, once the edge of that first line hits, probably probably be about now. 8:23. Either way, I think Seattle looks good, but worst I got here in California is maybe 2 days out of the week, and the morning is cloudy. Yeah, you're lucky. You got earthquakes, not tornadoes. I prefer tornadoes. Well, not like that, but not like that. I don't like seeing tornadoes touch down and hurt people, right? But just like I don't like seeing hurricanes make landfall, but what Mother Nature can bring, I like seeing how strong, Either way, it's weird. It's weird. It's hard to explain. I mean, I've said it before. People don't get it unless you are a weather nerd or weather neurospicy. You don't get it. I don't like seeing people get hurt by storms. I don't. Most of the people who are under the gun are nameless gray faces to me, which, well, in most cases. But there are times where my stomach's in my throat, my heart is in my stomach, like Hurricane Melissa when it hit Jamaica, because, of course, the connection with the Jamaican fan base. Of course, my heart was in my throat seeing that storm just ratchet up and be one of the strongest storms in Atlantic history while making landfall and not weakening at all. Also, Hurricane... Which one hit Florida? Whatever one hit Florida 2 years ago. That one also, my heart was in my throat. But either way, earthquakes are not very common here, to be honest. We got two best teams in the world as one semifinal, and the Haram Derby is the other semi. Oh, man, it's going to be amazing to see how that plays out. Either way. Or how the final would play out. Sabres go 15 seasons without playoffs, then clinch the division. Hockey is so unpredictable. And now the Leafs are in the bottom 5, which is good. Bayern versus PSG, the UCL final, IMO. Probably. Or is the UCL final. I agree. Unless Atletico beats Arsenal. If Atletico beats Arsenal, I mean, I can see an argument that Arsenal or Atletico wins the Champions League. Would it be pretty? Offside. Seattle was offside when that goal was scored. Rusnak put it in. Let's see what they say. Rusnak was offside, but let's see if they check it. Let's see what the ref says. Is Rusnak on, or will it stay offside? Or will it be flipped onside? It looks like he will be offside. No VAR check. Rusnak was offside there. Okay. I think he's on, actually. You're right. I think he might be on. I think he timed it perfectly. I think Seattle might have got robbed here if it doesn't get flipped. Rothrock is down hurt. Oh, shit. Never mind with the replay. It depends on when the ball was kicked, but I think he might have timed his run just perfectly. I don't know. Either way, he's right on our ass. 1039 scan. Yeah, it's right on our ass. Okay. Either way, 0-0. Left leg of Tigres defender. Oh, took him off. Okay. I could see the argument on either way, though. I could really see the argument either way. 2 MLS teams have made the semis. 1 Liga MX team has made the semis. And we're less than 90 minutes away to find out Who makes the last semifinal team? Will it be 2 MLS, 2 Liga MX, or 3 MLS? He is offside. 3 MLS, 1 Liga MX, and 1 confirmed MLS team in the final. We need a bigger fan base. I think I might have the Cosmos. How many? Just a question. How many boomers? How many boomers were there? Referee still talking to VAR. That's interesting. VAR check. Goal. Goal de Seattle. Albert Rusnak. Timed his run perfectly. Put it past Nawell. Albert Rusnak gets the goal, and Seattle are 1 away from tying this tie. Yep, Tigres needed a third at home. They got the clean sheet away, or at home, but they needed a third. I told you they needed a third or fourth. Seattle's good at home. This might be tough. Now, of course, if Tigres score, that changes things. But Rusnak scores. Albert Rusnak goal, 11th minute. 1-0 on the night, 1-2 on aggregate. 1-0 esta noche, 1-2 global. Albert Rusnak. I thought that was goal from the start. Same here. There's not as many boomers as you would think. Okay. I'm surprised. Goal. Rusnak. Cosmos and Red Bulls are very similar. Let's see what the next scan looks like at this radar. There's manufacturing problems, and I like the Cosmos away jersey, but when I bought it, they said there's manufacturing problems. I got to go to a game, and I see a whole rack of them. Then buy them at the stadium. Yeah, yep. The line's past us. We're good. We're good. That was a 10:43 scan. It's 10:46. The leading edge is past us. I think we're fine. Okay. No worries. No worries. All right. That'll be that. I'll give it about another 20-some minutes. But I think we're good. I think we're good. I think we're good. That's exactly what they did with the tornado watch as well. Okay, I think we're fine. No problems at all. Already bought it online. I'm just going to wait, I guess. Well, I'm sure they would probably staff their store before they would go online, in my opinion. But what do you think of the MLB City Connect jerseys? I love the Braves one. I think that one's awesome. I like the Rolls. The Padres is solid. I don't like, let me see what there was on them. Hold on. There we go. Okay. All right. Let me see the article about them. I love the Rolls one. That was awesome. I love the Rolls City Connect. That was awesome. Where is the City Connects? Baltimore's fucking sucks. Baltimore sucks. Oh, yeah, Baltimore sucks. Baltimore's is ugly. That is butt ugly. That a better one before. Baltimore City Connect is butt ugly. That a better one before. Wisconsin, Milwaukee. I don't really like it. I don't really like Milwaukee's. I like Pittsburgh's. I would actually wear that. I would wear the Pittsburgh City Connect. I like that. Texas, no. Red on red with white outline is just stupid. I like Cincinnati's. Baltimore's is probably the worst. Like, Texas's is boring and it's red on red. They missed on both ends. I think Baltimore's is the worst. I love the Royals. I love Atlanta's. I love Pittsburgh's. I think San Diego's is nice. I like Cincinnati's. Wisconsin, the Milwaukee Brewers is eh. I think Baltimore's is the worst, bar none, of them all. Exactly. It's not bad. It's boring. But monochrome, like red on red with a white outline, is a little bit like you're pushing it, boys. Like, it's just boring, but you're kind of pushing it. I love the Royals jersey. I'd say the best one is either Pittsburgh. I'd say Pittsburgh, Atlanta, and Kansas City are the 3 ones where I'm like, those are the best of the City Connects, I would say. I would wear the Pittsburgh City Connect. I would certainly wear that. Royals, it's pretty. I like the Royals one. Worst? Are you kidding me? I like that. If you're going to make a City Connect, you got to make it wild. That's the thing about the Texas one for me. If you're going to make a City Connect, you got to make it wild, in my opinion. Like, go outside your comfort zone. Like, I know the Yankees will never do it. Like, I know the Yankees will never do a City Connect because they're the Yankees. Even Boston did one. Get over yourself, you stuffy fucks. But either way, the Cardinals did one. The Cubs did one. Talking about traditional teams. The Toronto Blue Jays, you can argue, pretty traditional. Here's the thing about the City Connects. I want teams when they do an MLB City Connect to go wild, go off the beaten path, do something that's not in their color scheme, or be a homage to something they used to use that people loved better, like like Arizona, like Arizona's. Yeah, an homage to what people used to love, their City Connect. I mean, I like their first one that was sand, but I love their purple and teal City Connects. Those are beautiful. I love those. Those are one of the best. I love those. Because the Diamondbacks should be purple and teal. They should be. And I love the color red. I do. But there's enough red teams in the league. Now, if it's red and teal, it's better than red and sand or red and black. But nonetheless, the Diamondbacks should be purple and teal, just like the Florida Marlins should be teal. And not whatever the fuck they are now. Orange wasn't bad, but this like baby blue with a lot of black and white and neon red, fuck no. They should be teal and black. That is the Florida Marlins, Miami Marlins. They can still call themselves the Miami Marlins. But those throwbacks that they have, those teal throwbacks, that's exactly what they should be wearing. And honestly, I think the Loria Jeter era colors were better than whatever the hell they have now. Those orange colors were better. Orange and black was better than whatever the fuck. I have a Miami Marlins orange jersey that still fits. Either way, Misilke Gundawan. I'm not a City fan, but his prime was so underrated. I agree. He's one of the best players that never get respect. Cleared away 22 minutes. I have to agree with that. I have to agree. Ilkay Gundawan is one of the most disrespected players of all time. I don't even know where he is either. I don't even know if he's still playing. Yankees plan on having a mascot. Oh, I can't believe that. That's crazy. They're going to have a mascot? I'm surprised. After all these years, the Yankees are going to have a mascot. I can't believe it. 23rd minute, 1-0. Wow, I can't believe it. I'm surprised. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Not wrong. Hot take. I kind of agree with this. '23rd minute. Hot take, but the Live Golf guys are going to end up taking the ultimate W. Join Live Golf for a massive, massive paycheck. Live collapses. Join PGA with no penalty or downside a couple years later, which is what I'm betting will happen. You may not like it or respect it, but damn, what a huge W for the fellas. I mean, they're not wrong. I would assume so. There's nothing that would make me think they would steal the spot from a USL team and take them out of Champions Cup. They might have to play at an MLS stadium near where they normally play, depending. Then again, they play in some really shitty stadiums, and I mean, there are some bad stadiums they do play in CONCACAF, so I would think the teams in USL that could win the Open Cup, they got stadiums that are better than some of the worst stadiums I've seen in CONCACAF play. So, shitty's harsh, but you get my point. Cleared shot over the bar by Rock. Goal kick. That could have tied the game. So I would assume, Galatasaray is where Gundogan is. Yeah, I don't pay attention to Turkish football. Yeah, I know how you feel. I get how you feel there. I mean, I miss all four of my grandparents. But especially my Nana. I mean, before we moved house, whenever I was up in the living room watching wrestling or sitting in that couch, I still saw her there, even though she wasn't there. And I can still picture her and hear her voice. It's less so now that we've moved because, of course, that old house had a lot of memories and probably had ghosts in it. But I feel like their spirits are still here, at least when it comes to Nana and Pop, because, I mean, their urns are right there on that shelf next to the TV. So I'm sure their spirits are still here. But still feel a connection there. But I know how you feel, man. My grandparents meant a lot to me. And especially my Nana and Pop, but even Meemaw and Earl meant a lot to me. And it hurts that, I mean, damn. Now my mom's biological dad, no, I can't believe he's the one who's still alive. It sucks. The earth is a shitty place. It ain't fair. The asshole, the horrible person is the one who's still alive, and amazing good souls are gone. It sucks, man. It really does. It really does. It really does, man. Of course, the shitbag is the one who's still alive. Of course. As in my mom's biological dad. Of course, he's the one who's still alive. Nana, gone. Pop, gone. Earl, gone. Meemaw, gone. Mom's biological dad, that shitbag is still alive. Life ain't fair, buddy. Life ain't fair. I mean, the most recent one was Meemaw. I mean, June's going to be a year since she passed. Nana's been gone since March 2019, so it's been like 6 years. I mean, I damn near was graduated from high school when she passed, but Got a couple of months left. Earl was 22. That's been about 4 years. And Pop's been 15 years at this point. But, yeah, I mean, I understand what Rory feels, man. I disagree. CONCACAF better. 28th minute, 1-0. Sorry for the downer, though. Because Turkey has a lot of money. And maybe they need hair transplants. But money, though. But Turkey was the first Saudi Arabia / China. It was Turkey, China, Saudi Arabia. The only difference is Turkey still spends a lot of money. They still have a lot of money and they're actually stable. So Turkey's still going to be there, but Turkey did it first. Let's not forget. Turkey was the first one to do what Saudi and China have done. And I guess Qatar, either way. Maybe MLS. Which one do you want me to? I will laugh at the Yankees mascot. I'm trying to find what. Already read that comment. Oh, Miami's coach. Miami's not a top 10 team in the world. No. They finished in the round of 16 in the Club World Cup. That's about where you are. You're not top 10. Shut up. Delusional. Absolutely delusional. Yep, he's lucky. He's lucky. Some people are lucky. And I hope my parents live as long as they can. I hope I'm like in my 50s or 60s and my parents are still around. They're late 40s, early 50s, and they're still around. I hope so. Because that's going to hurt when they go, especially my mom. But, so, I mean, most people are lucky, yeah. Yeah. But either way, yeah. It just 30th minute. Correa, corner for Tigres. 30th minute. Cross in. Header. Shot, goal! Tigres away goal! Tigres away goal! Joaquin with a header. Just like last week. And it's 1-3 on aggregate. Tigres have the away goal. Seattle needs 3 more goals. Joaquin makes it much harder. Header. Why do you say everyone's playing down all the time? I mean, there's a lot of teams. Yeah, there's away goals in this tournament. Because sometimes teams think they're better than they are, and they play down to the competition they view as less than. Now, Seattle and Tigres aren't teams like that, but Miami, they might just suck this year. LAFC has had their times of doing that. Galaxy are just garbage right now. NYCFC, I've seen them do it. 31 minutes for Joaquin. Tigres got the away goal, 1-1 on the night. 1-2-3 on aggregate. America just sucks right now. 1-1 esta noche, 1-3 global. So, no, I think Nashville was just the better team. Yeah, the away goals rule, I like the away goals rule. I'm glad CONCACAF still has it. I don't know why people hate the away goal rule. I don't. You're wrong. I think you're wrong. If you hate the away goals rule, I think you're wrong. Okay, it's that Iceland fan. Okay. Or the Iceland guy. I don't get the hate for it. Because I guess some teams feel hard done by it. Play better defense at home. I guess. I don't know. What the hell you want me to say? I like it. I like the away goals. I always will. Go Tigres. Love to see Seattle out. You and me both. 2-3. If it's 3-1, guess what? Tigres still advances on away goals. Seattle needs 3 more to advance without allowing another. Away goals is better. I prefer away goals. I think UEFA was wrong getting rid of it. Be better defending at home. You want to complain about it. And you could say, but the team who's on the road, if they play the second leg on the road, or if they play the first leg at home and the second leg on the road, they're going to park the bus, especially if they're the underdog. So what? So what? Not that I would, but, not that I would if I was a coach. We're going to try to destroy teams in both legs, home and away. Don't care. I ain't going to park the bus at home, especially if the second leg's on the road for us, because I don't give a shit. We're destroying everybody. Home and away. I want the points, damn it. Because there's something called, in CONCACAF, to host the final, you have to have the best points of the two finalists. I mean, I play swashbuckling football anyway. We play attacking football. We get to the ball. We defend well. We get to the ball. We push it up the pitch. We run it down their throat. We score. Simple. We ain't scared of nothing. We ain't scared of Tigres, America, Toluca. We ain't scared of altitude. We ain't scared of shit. We get the ball. We run at you like rabid dogs. We get the ball. We run down the pitch and run it down your throat and put it in goal. And score. Multiple times a game. Is it more zonal marking than man marking? Yeah. Because whoever has the ball is getting ran down like a heat-seeking missile. And then the pace down the pitch to get it the other way before you can say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, that ball's in the back of your net. What if you get counterattack? We're still going to win 4-1. Or 4-3. It doesn't matter. I'm still going, hey, if it's a counterattack goal, those are going to happen. In my book, those are going to happen. It is what it is. It is what it is. We're still going to win 4-3 at worst case scenario. We're still going to win 4-3, which is 3 points. And if we're at home, I guess I'll do the math later. I haven't, aggregate-wise, the math might not. We still won the game. So do what you got to do. I would assume the way we don't lose concentration, maybe once. I don't think 4-3 is every game for us, but there will be those games. There will be those games where it's 4-3 and we win, and it's like, okay. At some point, we're going to have to be better defensively and be more defensive, yeah. Like, I don't know, like the game against Cincinnati last weekend. What we should have done after getting the away goal is defend and not send 7 people up the pitch. Sometimes when it's in stoppage time and you have a 1-0 win or a 2-0 win or a 2-1 win, then you defend and see it out. But we're going to be on the front foot. We're going to ransack teams, be on the front foot, put them to the sword, and if it's 4-1, okay. Tobias time won't matter. But my opinion is if it was me, if the Pirate was called, it wouldn't only be 1-0 against Cincinnati. It would have been 3 because they had their damn chances. It would have been 3 or 4. So the draw wouldn't even have mattered. That was Fraser's fault. Either way, high octane, baby. High octane. Who was the best one-season wonder? Ooh. Timu Pukki. Header. I can't really think of one-season wonders in MLS. People who play well enough in one season normally play well enough their whole career in the league. That's more of a European thing, but that's probably because MLS is MLS. Hell, Liam Ekis. No, not really. It's got to be Michu or Teemu Pukki. That sounds about right to me. Clint Dempsey was pretty solid when he was at Fulham the whole time, so I can't say Clint Dempsey. Yeah, I'm going to go Michu or Teemu Pukki. Yeah, that sounds about right to me. Swansea City. Tigres. 38th minute. Swansea City, Michu. It's Teemu Pukki or Michu for me. He's a director of football now, damn. He's only 40. Jesus, man. Segunda Division Club Burgos, director of football. Damn. He's only 40. I mean, he could be playing in MLS or something. Ay. 39th minute. You think he'd still be playing somewhere? Are you rooting for Tigres? Yeah. Toronto has a... I mean, I respect Seattle. I'm not a fan, but I mean, I respect what they do, but I'm not ever going to root for Seattle. Can't do it. I couldn't bring myself to root for Seattle, ever. I mean, I respect what they do, and that's what Toronto should be, but, you know... Do you remember Santa Cruz, who was with Man City? He is 43 now, still playing. Okay, Santa Cruz? Yeah. I think he was referenced in an HITC 7th video recently. And that's... It's funny you asked that question, like about what? A week ago or a week or two? I'm jealous of Seattle. Let's just put it like that. And the fact that Seattle is beating Toronto to the punch at everything. They won an MLS Cup before us. They won 2 over us. They beat a CONCACAF, or they won a CONCACAF Champs Cup before us in the modern era. They're the first MLS team in the modern era to win the Champions Cup, when it should have been us. We let our team rot and fall apart and decline so bad, we are trash. Seattle still is good. Even though they're slightly rebuilding, but they're still a really good team. They're very experienced. They're kind of like Tigres. They're one and the same, really. If you look at both these teams, they're one and the same. Seattle and Tigres have had a long stretch of success. They have sort of merged 2 eras of success together, and they still succeed, and they're very experienced. They're clubs that are ran well, and they both have 1 Champs Cup to their name. And, well, at least we beat Tigres. Yeah, at least Toronto beat Tigres, yeah. So maybe that's why I like Tigres a little bit more. We beat Tigres, and always had a soft spot for them in general. But we've always sort of... Seattle's had our number. Yeah, we won 1 cup against them, but we should have won all 3. Your Dynasty Squad members is now 3 months. Thank you very much, BKL. We love it. Toronto plays down. No, we're just fucking garbage. There's a difference. Turns out we've hired shitty managers who can't even who've had a aging squad who don't have that creative player. We're starting to finally have a good team being built. I still think Fraser's a shit manager. He's sort of in the position of Vanny without that Javinko number 10. He's garbage. The team is pretty good, but are they the best? No, call the pirate. But these players are good. But for a while there, we had no good players and actually shitty managers who had no saving graces. At least Vanny said, hey, Seba, hey, Victor, hey, Alejandro, get me some goals. Create me some goals. And Josie knew how to damn score. And Io knew how to score when he was red hot. Oh, there we actually, you know what? Nope. Actually, speaking of MLS one season wonders, Io Akinola. 2020 Io Akinola. Streets won't forget. I thought that man was going to be the truth. Let's give it another couple years. Toronto will win Champions Cup. If they call the Pirate, they'll win it next year. I don't know if we'll win one without that. I don't know, man. But saved by Noel. But, hey, if they call the Pirate, they'll win next year. And then the year after that. 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 We're going to win a couple straight. Maybe 2 or 3 or 4 straight. And then when we miss, we'll be in Libertadores. So, I mean, hey, it wouldn't hurt so bad to miss, yeah? And then we'll win Libertadores. Unlike Tigres, we'll win Libertadores. Because we will. And then we'll win Intercontinental Cup at least one of those times. And we'll win the Club World Cup. Do the right thing and we'll win everything. Wow. Io Akinola. Bullshit. What do you mean, trash? He's better than Herdman. He's better than Herdman. What do you mean? Io Akinola, the best one-season wonder ever. Hockey, Stanley Cup playoffs are the best, then the MLS playoffs, then basketball. So, Stanley Cup playoffs are the best playoffs. Rock header, hits the post, hits Guzman. Man, Io is... Jesse Marsh is better than Herdman, yes. Yes, he is. He coached probably the best Red Bulls team, and now... yeah, but he's still a good coach. And he had to leave halfway through the year, and Chris Armas blew it completely, huh? What's he doing? Oh, yeah, he's coaching KC Current now. That's a choice. 4 minutes stoppage time. That's a choice. That's a choice. 46 minute. 1-1. What, he couldn't get an MLS job? Couldn't wait for Minnesota to come open? Okay. 1-1, 1-1 esta noche. Tiempo extra. Primer tiempo. 1-3 global Tigres líder. Do you think Arsenal will bottle the league? I mean, the way they're playing, I hate to say it, but yes. I don't want them to. I prefer them winning over City. I'm tired of City. Arsenal's going to bottle the league. Yeah, they're bottling it. I mean, they're playing like a bunch of punk-ass punks. Do not say the B word or the P word. I will say punk-ass punks. But yeah, they're playing so soft. They're softer than toilet paper. They're softer than foam. They're fucking garbage. They're gonna bottle the league. They're a tire fire. Future Fulham Stadium expansion for 440,000 seats being done. Stadium can host a UEFA Conference League final. 47th minute. If they do, they better send Clint Dempsey there to cover it, even if Fulham's not playing. I mean, he does work for CBS. Oh, here's the Spicer goal. Okay, here it is. In Naples, of all places. Let's see. Tyrese Spicer got the ball. He gets it. Oh my, that's amazing. Awesome. Awesome. Good for him. Spicer! I just said I wanted Arsenal to win. What'd I just say? I'm being realistic. They ain't, but I want them to. I want them to win over City. Now, Liverpool, I didn't want them to win over. I wanted Liverpool to win. But the years they've been against City, I wanted them to win. So, I want Arsenal to win, but they're going to bottle it. Same thing they always do at AEW shows. I saw Thierry Henry look devastated after Barcelona's elimination, even though he's associated with Arsenal. You can tell he loves Barcelona a lot and wants them to succeed. Here's the thing. Tigres, Cross, Aguirre won't get there. I think Barcelona, the thing about that club, and this is the nicest thing I'll ever say about them, Barcelona has a culture as a club, and every player who plays for that club, even post-Messi, respects the culture of that club. It's like they get, even if they're a superstar at a different club, Barcelona has a special DNA. It has a special place in people's hearts. I don't like Barcelona, but that's because I never played for them. That's because I've never coached them, and I never would. So I wouldn't be able to experience that stamp on my heart to make me love that club. And I never want to. But I know it's there. Even if you spend 6 months there, halftime, it's 1-1 at the half. Tigres lead. It's always there. Thierry Henry was there for, 2 years? I think he won a Champions League there, didn't he? 1-3 on aggregate. 1-1 esta noche miro tiempo. 1-3 global. Take a short break, half top of the stats. So, it's sort of like, hey, what is it? Omir Fernandez is a long-term injury with Portland. He's expected to be back in August. Well, at least he'll be back at the end of the season. What's your favorite opinion on my favorite teams? My favorite is Dortmund. My favorite, Iceland for national team, Japan, and Seattle Sounders. Japan, very good taste. I have a soft spot for Dortmund. Dillon loves Dortmund. I wish he was here so he could see you say you like Dortmund. Iceland, I have respect for because of that England win at the Euros and that World Cup run they made. But I have a soft spot for them, but I wouldn't say I'm too big of a fan of them. But I would say I have a soft spot for them. I want to see them do well just because of the story. Seattle, I'm very jealous of, and that's where my hatred stems from. Because Toronto should be them, and it's like they're not. So I'm jealous. So there you go. Japan, very good taste, though. Very good taste. Sugoi. 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 Amazing. It's not food, so I can't say oishi, but I guess that's saying something tastes good, so I guess that works too. Either way, very good taste on Japan. Thoughts on Tommy Pham? Never was that good of a baseball player to begin with. Thierry Henry is the GOAT, says Sean. He's a damn good player. I have to agree. Your dad did. Well, that's still nice. Not Omir. He was amazing at Red Bull. I still like him as a player. With that being said, short break at the half. Talk about the stats. Get this one going. Sit tight. We will be back. 45 more minutes. And Tigres made this game very tough for Seattle to flip. Seattle needs 3 more goals without allowing any to win. To make it 4-3 on aggregate. With that being said, that's why it's good Seattle didn't get the away goal last week. Even though 2-0 was probably not enough. But Tigres have earned it and found a way. With that being said, sit tight, be back. Short break. We'll be back. 45 more minutes to go. And it looks like Tigres will be the final semifinalist. Toluca, LAFC, Nashville, and Tigres, it looks like. But we have 45 more minutes to go. 1-1, 1-3. 1-1 esta noche, 1-3 global. Mino tiempo, se tabi back. We are back for, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Vegas went on a run. I agree. With that being said, we're back for the stats of the half. Vegas wins the Pacific. He was already a great player. Oh, who never won the Champions League, but he finally got it at Barca. Okay, yeah. That was like, he was still. But either way, stats of the half. We have Toluca, Nashville, LAFC in the semis. Toluca playing LAFC, Nashville playing the winner of this tie. Looking like Tigres. I really got to think that one through. With that being said, stats of the half. 64% possession, 36% possession, 6 shots to 4, 2 shots on goal to 3, 223 accurate passes, 85% pass accuracy to 109, 69%, 7 fouls to 4, 2 corners to 2, 6 shots to 4, 4 shots off the goal to 1, 2 shots on goal to 3, 263 passes to 153, 85% pass accuracy to 69, 10 throws to 7, 0 offside to 0, 0 yellow cards to 1, 0 red cards to 0, 1-1 at the half, 1-3 on aggregate. 1-1 esta noche. Miro tiempo 1-3 global. Tigres lead. And honestly, I think they did exactly what they needed to do. They got their away goal. They're defending pretty well. Yeah, they gave up a goal, but they got one back, got the away goal, and they need 3 more. Seattle needs 3 more to advance without allowing any. For me, I think Seattle are a solid team, but Tigres just seemed to, they did exactly what they needed to at home, except not get a 3rd goal, but they got the away goal, and that pretty much makes this a very, very tough job for Seattle to flip. Seattle needed to make sure Tigres had a clean, or there was no goals for Tigres, that they kept a clean sheet. They could not do that, and now they need 3 goals to even have a chance to advance to the semis. So it looks like 2 MLS teams, 2 Mexican teams in the semifinals. MLS beat Liga MX on both sides, and it'll be interesting, but we'll see what happens. 3 minutes at the start of the second half, and the final half of the quarterfinals. 45 more minutes, and unlikely. Extra time is not likely. We will be done with 90 minutes. A lot of trolls like to downplay Henry's time at Barca. They act as if he did nothing. He was the team's top scorer his first season, scored a brace, second, scored a brace versus Lyon, and a goal versus Bayern. Henry was still amazing at Barca. I don't know why people downplay him at Barca. He was still amazing at Barca. He did an amazing job in Barcelona, and I think he was wonderful. But overall, but 45 more minutes to go, and we'll see how it plays out. We'll review this game once it's over, and I'll be back tomorrow for the quarterfinals recap, semifinal predictions, and I don't know what I'm going to pick for Tigres Nashville. I'll tell you that right now. I'm going to have to sleep on that one. Like, I may not even make the prediction for that game until I'm ready to make that video. I'm not even kidding. Doing them in 2007 when Messi and so many players had overshadowed him. I get that, but that's always been Barca. Nobody, like, Neymar gets a lot of shit, but it ain't because he was bad at Barcelona. Barcelona Neymar was one of the best players in the world. He was just playing with the best player in the world. But Neymar never got shit on for his performances. It was his everything else. And now his injuries. Parata and Musovski coming on. I actually like Messi, Eto'o, and Henry more than Messi, Suarez, Neymar, even if stats say otherwise. I mean, I have to say I kind of agree. I mean, stats, of course, MSN was better. But Messi, Eto'o, and Henry was just so much more. The vibes were so much better. Like, watching them play, and I only really have got to watch highlights of them play, so that might have changed things. But watching those three guys play together in a front three is just, it's so electric. Messi, Suarez, Neymar was more surgical. Amazing, and their numbers speak for themselves. But I feel like Messi, Samuel Eto'o, and Henry was way more electric, and maybe the highlights make it look that way, compared to Messi, Suarez, and Neymar. Messi, Suarez, and Neymar were amazing, and they had their flashy moments, but they were also more surgical and way more clinical. Like, they felt like it was all business. Like, they could have some fun toying with you, but it was all business. Second half has started. Messi, Eto'o, and Henry was way more electric. Like, they were still amazing, but it was just way more electric. I mean, I have to kind of agree, at least vibes-wise. Even if the stats are better for MSN. Samuel Eto'o is the best African player, in my opinion. He played at Barca and Madrid. Yeah, I have to agree. I would have to agree. Samuel Eto'o is the best African player of all time. Yeah, I would have to agree. Yeah. And didn't he play at Chelsea too? So, if he did, yeah, I'm probably a little bit biased. I think he did play at Chelsea. He played at Chelsea. Let me make sure I'm not talking shit. Yeah, he played at Chelsea. Late in his career, but he did. 9 goals in 21 games, by the way. Yeah. Those were some good seasons. I won't even front. Those were some good seasons. Especially for what he was at the time. Yeah. Too young for when he played at Real Madrid. Then he played at Barca. And, he played at Inter as well. Under Jose Mourinho. Okay, well, there you go. Yeah, I can see why he went to Chelsea. Inter, Barca, Chelsea. People like to talk too much about Mo Salah, but in my opinion, he only had 3 good seasons. Of this era, of like the 2010s, 2020s, yeah, Mo Salah is the best African player. Well, of the 2010s, yeah, Mo Salah is the best African player of the 2010s. Now it's Achraf Hakimi, but all time it's Eto'o. But Salah and Hakimi don't match up to what Eto'o was. And I love Didier Drogba. It sucked to see him in a Montreal shirt. Luckily for Montreal, their jersey was very blue at the time, so it kind of felt normal, but then I saw the Montreal crest, and then I wanted to puke in my mouth. But I still love Didier Drogba. But Didier Drogba, I'd argue he's better than Salah. Sadly enough, he ain't the best African player of his era because Eto'o was in his era. But I gotta say, I think Drogba's better than Salah, and I think Drogba's better than Hakimi. And that may be biased as well. But Drogba gets not enough respect. Like, people say he's good, but he don't get enough respect. Shot, goal, Seattle scores! It trickles into the net. Danny Musovski comes on as a sub. And it's 2-1. Seattle needs 2 more. Are they actually going to do this shit? Danny Musovski scores. CONCACAF After Dark, baby. 48th minute, playing forward. Danny Musovski, ball crossed in front of the net and tapped in by Musovski, and it trickles in under the arms of Nawell. Alex Roldan with the assist, or Jordan Morse with the assist, and then Musovski scores. 2-1. 2-1 on the night. 2-1 on the night. 2-1 esta noche. 2-3 global. If Seattle scores another one, away goals for Tigres, if they score 2 more, and they don't allow any, Seattle don't allow any, Seattle will advance. And we'll have a confirmed MLS team in the final, whether that be Nashville or Seattle. Wow. Damn. Yeah, vamos Seattle. Salah's not the best Egyptian player for the national team. I mean, he never won an AFCON. Just, you have to have it. You're one of the best in the world. Well, I mean, Salah's legend was built on club play. Let's be real. And I mean, I guess Drogba's the same way. Either way. Oh, yeah, he's better than Salah. You could argue Drogba. By the way, I packed him an MLS Chrome pack. If he wasn't a Montreal player, I'd ask for that card. Header. I just remember the Chelsea days. That's all I do. I just remember the Chelsea days. I do not want to remember the Montreal days for Drogba. Don't want to remember those. Don't want to remember those. He also played at Everton. Yeah, I'm no Everton fan though, so that's why I don't give a shit about that. Please Seattle win. I don't want this fraud team to close at home. No African Cup, Sadio Mane. Damn. Salah with the national team. Still in Abu Trika's shadow. Trika won 2 AFCONs. Fair enough. But nobody would give a shit. I get what you're saying, but nobody would give a shit about Egyptian football if it wasn't for Mo Salah. One of Bob Bradley's biggest flexes is that he coached Mo Salah. That motherfucker wouldn't shut up about it. That bald motherfucker wouldn't shut up about coaching Mo Salah. That exactly tells you what I mean. People care about Egyptian football out of Egypt because of Mo Salah, because of what he did with Liverpool. Header, and I guess Roma, but especially Liverpool. Shot wide. Because if Bob Bradley can aura farm by saying every time he has a chance, I coached Mo Salah because he coached Egypt before. That just tells you what that means. Now, yeah, talent and winning AFCONs for sure. Like, you're right. Salah isn't the best Egyptian player for national team because, yeah, he hasn't won an AFCON. But, again, you're Libyan. I think that's who I'm talking to. Maybe I'm getting confused. These, like, letter color profile pictures, there's a couple of orange ones. I think you and Manny and an M and N is 2 different. Looks very similar with a YouTube logo over it. But I think I'm talking to the right person. Either way, hell, I didn't even know. You had to remind me about Abu Trika for me to agree with you. So, see what I mean? No. No. Dude, if Steven Gerrard and Jamie Carragher and Liverpool legends put Ian Rush over Salah, that's law. That's law. If they put Kenny Dalglish and Ian Rush over Mo Salah, that's law. Salah ain't better than Ian Rush. Gerrard and Carragher spoke. I ain't going to disagree with them. They put Ian Rush and Kenny Dalglish over Mo Salah. Again, Mo Salah is the best player of this current era of Liverpool, but he ain't Ian Rush. He ain't Kenny Dalglish. It's good to be the best player of an era, but he ain't the best player of all time in Liverpool history, just like he ain't the best African player in history. And if you want to go by the way Nader said it, he ain't the best Egyptian player in their history. He's certainly their current best player. Cross in. Header. Shot wide, but not now. So, I mean, it's a similar situation all around the world. I know that penalty he did to get Hodgson fired. I don't think the slip was meant to happen. I don't think he meant that. Egypt current coach Hussam Assam won 3 AFCON, 86, 98, 2006. He was 40 years old. He's Egypt's all-time scorer, 68 goals. Salah most likely won't reach it. Or he's on the wing. But cross in. Saved. Got a shit ton of Egyptian fans to vote for him to win the Puskas in 2018, which is why people call that award such a robbery. Well, don't vote for it on the internet. That's what I got to say. Drogba was so solid when you needed him. He always showed up. There wasn't a single time where he didn't. I can't remember where he was until he was at the end of his career. That's when he started cracking. Yep. Drogba was Mr. Consistent and Mr. Clutch. Like, he was like Albert Pujols. Like, he was like Tom Brady. When he started cracking, you barely could tell. And by the time he started barely cracking, that's when he retired. But you could still see that he still had gas left in the tank. I don't think Pujols ever cracked. He couldn't run, but he could certainly hit home runs, which is what people ask for. Pujols, I still think had gas left in the tank, but I mean, did you see the batting practice he had with the DR as manager during the World Baseball Classic? That man was still cranking home runs. Albert Pujols still has gas left in the tank. I don't care. He never should have retired, but I'm glad he had the run he did. Watch highlights of Egypt games, NAFCON 2006. Trust me, you'll be entertained. Maybe I will. I mean, tomorrow I only got a video to do, so maybe I'll do it tomorrow, or maybe I'll do it before SmackDown on Friday. I don't know. We'll see. I got a lot more open days, and the evidence is daring. People would agree more if he didn't score 3 goals in the 2005 UCL final. He won Istanbul. Who gives a shit? Hey, he had Istanbul. Who gives a shit? Any other sin is forgiven. He had Istanbul. Who cares? He had Istanbul. Who cares? Any other sin is forgiven. Any other sin's forgiven. He had Istanbul. Who cares? Ivory Coast didn't deserve the way they went out in 2014 in the World Cup. I would agree with that. Playing forward. Cross. Cleared. Shot over the bar. I want, part of me wants Seattle to make it 3-1. I want to see this get a bit crazy. I want to see this get crazy. I want to see this get absolutely nuts to finish. I don't know. I want to be entertained. I just want to be entertained. Which I guess maybe I should see. Either way. Oh, Tigres win 2-3, probably. Yeah, I'm kind of shocked he's barely getting any playing time. Yeah, I agree with that. Tigres goal, playing forward. Cross in. Nope. He's like Red Bull's Esteval. Okay, now that's just a bit crazy. Respect Esteval. No, we ain't doing that. No, we ain't taking Esteval's name in vain. No, we ain't. Nope. But then again, well, no, you're kind of right. He's an amazing player who barely gets played by idiot managers. For some reason, I don't know why. And if he played more, the team would be better. Actually, you're right on the money. Blocked what? You're actually right on the money. Here comes Seattle. Still has the ball. Down in the box. No penalty. That's exactly what I just put together. You're right. I just put that together. You're not wrong. You're right. You're right. You're actually right, yeah. Because if Esteval played, Chelsea would be clear in the Champions League spots if he played more. And they might still be in the Champions League. Warriors win. I'm not surprised. Chelsea would actually be in the Champions League still if Esteval was playing. They would be clear in the Champions League spots in the Prem if he was playing more. But he's not, because Racini's an idiot. Let me tell you a story. His son was called washed by Egyptian media in 98. Egyptian coach was heavily criticized for calling him up in 06. He was 40, still scored quarterfinals versus DR Congo, oldest scored knockouts. Well, that's awesome. I love when people beat Father Time. Chelsea fans don't want a UCL spot. I think that's why most want them to lose against Man City. No. Chelsea fans want to lose to Man City so Arsenal don't win the league. That's why. Do I think we'd play that well in Champions League? We got to the knockout stage, but how good will we do? I have no idea. But no self-respecting fan doesn't want Champions League if you could get there. They wanted to lose so Arsenal could lose the league. Because the more pressure put on Arsenal, the more they'll bottle. And they put even more pressure on themselves. And guess what? The freaking Arsenal, the Chelsea City game was after the Arsenal game. And that's when Chelsea fans really started crowing about, hey, let's lose this game because we don't want Arsenal to win the league. So if City beat Arsenal, they're up on their ass this weekend. So, which probably is going to happen. It's either going to be the ugliest draw of all time, which would still be positive for Arsenal, or they're going to get their freaking shit rocked. It's either or. I hope it's a draw. Playing forward. Like, it's going to be the ugliest Haram-ball draw of all time if Arsenal gets a point. They're not winning that game. Joseph Fan said the owners just get a UCL spot that don't care about anything else, their UCL performances. That's why they want them to lose. That's not what I heard. Maybe I was listening to the wrong people, but that's not what I heard, and that's not how I felt. Playing forward. Tigres shot saved by Fry. Corner. Buffalo Aguirre gets saved. So the owners wouldn't look at it that way. Either way, I think it was more about Arsenal than anything else, but it is what it is. Oh, okay. June 5th to 8th is the Canadian Open, okay. In golf. Or June 10th to 14th, actually. In Toronto. TPC Toronto, Osprey Valley, okay. 62nd minute. Either way. Leon Bailey or Dwight York all time. Dwight York. Duh. Who in the hell thinks Leon Bailey's the better player than Dwight York? What fucking dumbass would... I love the Jamaican fans. No disrespect. I mean, I love the Trinidad fans too. They both love me. But what fucking idiot who would think Dwight York is not the better player than Leon Bailey? You gotta be a dumbass. You have to have no brain cells to rub together to think Leon Bailey's the better player. I don't even think Jamaicans would go that far. I think most Jamaicans would be sound and be like, nah, Dwight York. I don't even think they could be biased and make a good argument for that. You're a fucking idiot if you think Leon Bailey's the better player. No brain cells to rub together. Osama-san brother said Salah should go to Saudi and not even think about MLS. He said he hadn't heard of Messi since he went to MLS. Doesn't watch him. Don Garber actually responded to him. Yeah. I'd rather have Salah in MLS. I think Leon is better. What? No. I know you're a younger person. Wrong. Look up Dwight York highlights. Man United. Look him up. Son, deal with this guy. No. I'd actually understand a Jamaican fan saying that more than you. And I still wouldn't understand it. What the hell? W. Ryan, York clear. Saw a TikTok with somebody making a comparison because both of them played for Villa, but York won 2 cups of Villa and scored in the final. There you go. Joking, obviously. Oh, you're joking. Okay. Yeah, he trolling. I just saw that. You better be. There's some Egyptians who hate Saudi Arabia or should say jealous of their league. That's why they don't want them to go there. I mean, would Salah go to one of the better teams in Saudi Arabia if he went? Yeah. I'd rather see Salah play for Al Ahly. Now, would they pay him enough money to do it? No, but Salah at Al Ahly? Dude, watching Salah at the Club World Cup playing for Al Ahly would be amazing. I mean, those Al Ahly fans love when I do their games, so. I would even say York clears Raul. Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, that one's a little bit more of an argument, though, but yeah, I'd lean towards Dwight York. Header saved by Fry. I would lean towards Dwight York. I would. I mean, it's tight. It's a lot tighter than Leon and York, but I would still lean towards Dwight York, yeah. I think he's talking about Raul Jimenez. I think he's talking about Raul Jimenez. He's talking about the Raul who played for Barcelona and Real Madrid. No. Oof. Ball crossed in. Header. I think he's talking about Raul Jimenez. I would assume. That is just wrong. That would not happen. Not now. I would say York better than Raul Jimenez, yeah. He's better than Chicharito. York is better than Chicharito. If you really want to go there. You really want to go there. I mean, if he's better than York, or if York's better than Raul, he's better than Chicharito, because, I mean, it's really that close. I mean, he's better than both. Either way. Playing forward. I was talking about Raul Jimenez, damn it. That's who we were talking about. Real Madrid, Raul? Barcelona? Or no, Real Madrid. Oh, wait. Oh, Figo. My bad. Real Madrid. No. Yeah, no. He's better. Yeah, that Raul was better than Dwight York. Like, that's straight up. York as a team was scoring hat tricks on teams before he went to Villa. In the Chelsea CFU Caribbean Cup. And back then, it was much better. When back then, the Caribbean Cup, that Caribbean Cup was much better back then. Like the 90s, like 80s, 90s Caribbean players, like that was sort of like the first strong era of Caribbean football. Now we're in another one, but either way. 69th minute. That's not bad either way. 69th minute. Playing forward. Header. Seattle down by 1. Well, they still lose on away goals. So they score another goal, but they still have time to score one more. Corner. Ball crossed in, saved. Seattle, caught, goes down, free kick. Free kick for Tigres. Salah will betray his former club, Arab Contractors FC, if he goes to Al Ahly. I don't think he'll go there, but maybe at the end of his career. Yeah, but it's not... I'm not saying Salah's driven by the money, but I think he'd want to play in Egypt again, but he's going to want to be paid a nice amount of money to play. Like, he ain't going to take no money just to go back to his boyhood club. He'd rather probably play at Basel than do that. So he's going to try to get a nice little penny out of it. He ain't going to take a red cent. Would you say the Cosmos in the 70s was the best American soccer team of all time? Keep in mind that Beckenbauer, Carlos Alberto, Pele, Cruyff, and many other legends. Yeah, I would say so. I would agree. Yeah, the Cosmos in the 70s were the best American soccer team of all time. Now, best MLS team of all time and best Canadian team of all time, Toronto FC 2017. But best American soccer team, club team in history, yep, the Cosmos of the 70s, yep. Toronto, though, I have two different distinctions. Best MLS team of all time, best Canadian team of all time. So that's good enough for me. I got to give that denominator, by the way. Just to be clear. Either way. Had to do it. Had to give that one. Playing forward, 71st minute. Do. Why can't we have good things? Warner and CFU milked the Caribbean for years. Because he was greedy. Because Jack Warner was a greedy motherfucker. And he had the power over all the CFU, and he had Chuck Blazer by his side. And he ran CONCACAF with an iron fist. He did everything for the money. Shot, blocked away. The CONCACAF, I gotta say, now that Victor Montagliani is the president, is much better, much more fair than what it used to be. Unlike FIFA, CONCACAF got rid of their corruption. They did. Jack Warner being gone, Chuck Blazer being dead. Like, it's crazy. Like, the FIFA scandal, like, legitimately is CONCACAF. Like, if you watch FIFA Uncovered on Netflix or wherever you are, if it's on something different and you find it, I would actually really, if it's, I'm sure it's still on Netflix, but FIFA Uncovered on Netflix, or just look up FIFA Uncovered documentary. Legitimately, CONCACAF was the driving force for all of that. All of it. Like, CONCACAF legitimately controlled the corruption of FIFA. No joke. No joke. I told you, if it's Tigres, the way Tigres is blowing this game or really making this tougher on themselves than they should, I think Nashville could beat Tigres. Nashville's way better defensively than Seattle are, I'd say, and I think Nashville's got some really good players attacking-wise. I think Toluca makes the final against LAFC. I do. I'm not saying LAFC doesn't have a chance, but I still think Toluca gets it done. I could see Nashville beating Tigres. I could. With the way this game's going, even if they survive, even if they win 3-1 on the night and 3-3 on away goals on aggregate. This was exactly sort of what I expected for Tigres on the road. And then again, they've advanced on away goals in the last round. They dominated Forge. Forge, well, I wouldn't say dominated, but the last 20 minutes was when they really let loose on Forge. They didn't look that good against Forge until like the last 20 minutes of that tie. They got through, well, actually, no, they got through 5-4, but it was really just the second leg that got Tigres to advance in the round of 16. And the first leg was enough, plus the away goal was enough to get Tigres through as it stands. Is it pretty on the road? Hell no. Nashville's got a score at home, but I think they could easily keep Tigres out of the net in Nashville, which is exactly what they did to Miami and America. Tigres are better in America, but Nashville's a good team. I mean, Nashville could beat Tigres, and the way this is going, the way tonight is going, and the fact that, let's be real, Tigres have won basically playing at 50% straight up. They played one really good game or one really good moment, and then one bad game. They drew away to Forge. They lost away to Cincinnati. They're losing away to Seattle. And I'd say Nashville's the better team of all four of those. So far, I think Nashville's the best team of all four of those. Arriola cleared away. Free kick for Tigres, 76 minutes. So, I don't know. We'll see. Why does Mexico take the Gold Cup and Nations League so serious and send a C team every once in a while? Because the ones where you got to qualify for the Confederations Cup, back when that was a thing, Mexico sent their best team. The ones where it didn't qualify you, they didn't care. Then, of course, they had a Copa CONCACAF for the 2017 Confederations Cup, like after what, 2013-15. They won that game, and they went to the Confederations Cup in 17 and all that. But I think it's the ones they seem to matter more. But now, I think they just think the Nations League matters more. So the Nations League gets the A team, the Gold Cup doesn't. But really, what is the A team for Mexico at this point? So that kind of muddies the waters even more. But even now, they send their almost like A team. Masovsky gets a yellow card. So, like, it's really just like, now you don't even know what their B team and C team is. You really don't. Like, there are some B team, C team players on Gold Cup rosters for Mexico, but they've still won. So, and I think most teams in CONCACAF have accepted it that way. Because let's look at it like this. Canada, when they went to the Nations League finals, when the Gold Cup came up that summer, they sent a B team after sending an A team to Gold Cup and losing both times. USA, they've been in the Nations League. They play a Gold Cup, and it seems to be like every summer when a Gold Cup is played, a Nations League is played that spring. And finals. They send their A team to the finals. They send their C team to the Gold Cup. Mexico have sent a couple of those B team players to a Gold Cup after sending their A team to a Nations League, but the big three normally do that way. Crazy collision. So, I think Mexico takes the most serious of all three, but Canada's B team is obvious. Does the Gold Cup need expansion? No. No, not with a normal situation. No, I think 16 teams is enough. If you got 15 CONCACAF teams and one guest, I don't know. Nope. I think Nations League and 16 teams in Gold Cup is enough. Because in defense of Saudi Arabia and Qatar, how we doing, Hans? How we doing? In defense of Saudi Arabia, Qatar being host or guest nations at the Gold Cup for the past 4 editions, 2 each, they were better than the CONCACAF team. One of the CONCACAF team that would have replaced them would have gotten dummied. So you know what? No complaints. Headed forward. Playing forward, 80th minute. Can we get better guest nations? Well, I would agree with that. Because they're garbage. Because because Sporting Kansas City are garbage. They only have, what, like 16 players on their roster? They're fucking garbage. They're bare bones and garbage. That's why. If you didn't see that coming, you ain't got no eyes. They might be the worst team in the league. Like, legitimately. I agree with that. Wait, really? No way. No way. No way it is. No, that's got to be a lie. 80th minute. Playing forward is Seattle. Seattle are a goal away from tying the tie, but being down, eliminated on away goals. Ferreira, top of the box. Seattle need 2 goals in 10-plus minutes to advance without allowing any. Colombia invited guests to be fired. Man, I was wishing that, I know the Club World Cup ruined it, but that Super Copa Oro that was rumored, where it was like 2 teams per confederation, or it would have been like 24 teams instead. Lord, that was amazing. Shot, goal, goal, goal! Sounders! Albert Rusnak with his second of the game. And they're a goal away from winning the tie. Oh, boy. 3-1 on the night. And they got some minutes to do it. What a shot. Across the goal and into the far post and just pings it in. What a shot. Wow, 3-1 on the night. 3-3 on aggregate away goals to Tigres. 3-1 esta noche. 82 minutes goal. 3-1 esta noche. 3-3 global. Goals visitar para Tigres. Seattle needs one more. Hassani Dotson coming on and Juan Pablo Vigon coming on. Vigon for Tigres. Hassani Dotson for Seattle. Wow. Seattle's on their way back. They need one more without allowing any. Wow. Albert Rusnak with 2 goals on the night. Seattle are making Tigres shit their pants. Ooh. When I am where I am, see you around. I'll go to your next stream. I'll see you on Saturday then. New who off for Dotson. Oh, they're throwing it all. Oh, my Lord. If Seattle finishes the job, we will have an MLS team in the final, no matter what. So the streak will continue. Angulo for Vigon. Every year since 2022, if Seattle finishes the job and overturns this deficit, which I'm not surprised, kind of saw this part coming, Tigres had to really beat their ass in Mexico to advance, and they still are advancing on away goals. But the way they smell blood. They smell blood. What a dominant second half. Tigres parked the bus, and here we are. And if Seattle gets this done, we will have an MLS finalist. We will have an MLS CONCACAF Champions Cup finalist on the 30th of May. Being Nashville or Seattle, one of them two. But Seattle has to get one more and not allow any. But Seattle's got some time. They got some time. 84th minute plus 6 minutes plus stoppage time to flip this over. See what happens. Mammoth versus the Golden Knights. That sounds like a pretty good playoff series. Utah versus Vegas. That sounds like a pretty good playoff series. Morris. Wow. This is crazy, man. Playing forward. Man, I remember the crash out when Tata was coaching Mexico, and Mexico lost to Argentina, and the Mexican fans were like, of course we lost to Argentina. He wasn't going to let us beat them. Buffalo Aguirre is off for Tigres. They got to defend their asses off. Oh, 5 minutes plus stoppage time. 1 goal will do it. 1 goal for Seattle will do it. Of course, if they don't get scored on. And that'll be a goal kick for Fra. Golden State survived playing against Clippers 126 to 122. Playing forward. Seattle. Morris saved by Nawel. Playing forward, 86-minute free kick. Yellow card for Rothrock. Player down hurt for Tigres. High boot. Yep, okay, high boot. '87th minute. The full game's on YouTube. Mario was with them for that one. Full game's on YouTube. Yeah, they made it to the final in 2003 with Kaká and Robinho and lost to Mexico. They were eliminated by USA semifinal in '98. Full game's on YouTube. Let me guess, it was put on there during COVID by CONCACAF. Boom. Paul Rothrock got a yellow card, player down for Tigres. 87th minute free kick the other way for Tigres. Damn. 3-1. 1 more to go. Tigres, Seattle needs 1 more, but this injury might just do it. Seattle are a goal away from sending themselves to the CONCACAF Champions Cup semifinals. Tigres are bottling this bad. Colombia made it to a final. That's when they lost to Canada in 2000. Yep. Oh, amazing. Lovely, lovely, lovely game. Lovely game. 89th minute. '89th minute. Seattle are a goal away from overturning the deficit and advancing to a final. Header, Tigres. Tigres have the ball, pick back up, free kick, or advantage played. Advantage played for Tigres. Shot saved by Fry. Goal kick. Stoppage time is how many minutes? 6 minutes. 6 minutes for history, or Tigres coming through with the biggest clench of all time. Playing forward. Saved. They didn't when we played them before. Do they go to penalties? Nope. Extra time. Or no extra time. Away goals for Tigres as it stands. They just need to hold on for 5 more minutes. They just need to hold for 5 more minutes. Playing forward. '91st minute. Tigres. Cross in. Oziel. Cleared. Played over the top. Header. Brought down. Seattle. Here they are. Here's a chance. Whoa. What a play. Switched the play. Took him a bit wide, but it was something there. Header. Brought down. That'll go out for a throw. 93rd minute, halfway through stoppage time. Well, 93rd minute. Well, that's because Tigres needed to score last round. They need to not allow a goal this round, so I guess that's exactly what you meant. 93rd minute, header. That might have been Seattle's chance right there. And they might have just blew the game right there. Right to Fry. Seattle. Halfway through stoppage time. 3 minutes to go. They need 1 goal. If there's a goal scored, that's going to be the dagger for either side. Either Tigres win on aggregate and lose by 1, or Seattle wins 4-1 in advance. Outright. Or we just get aggregate away goals. Header, Seattle. Ferreira, shot blocked away. Rusnak almost had a hat trick there. 94th minute, ball crossed in, header wide, and it's a goal kick. Crazy game, yeah. I have to agree. It's going to be reviewed, don't worry. Playing forward. 95th minute, bad pass, but still with Seattle. Can they find some here? Ferreira. Cleared away. Final minute and a half. 3-1, 3-1 esta noche. 3-3 global. Goals visitar para Tigres. 1.5 minutes to go. Playing forward. cleared away. Cena said never give up. Well, Seattle certainly didn't. They're going to go down fighting. Tigres are going down cowering like a punk. Advantage played. And that might make them lose the game. They have a minute to survive. Free kick for Seattle. Dirty tackle. That might just do it. Either way, we'll review this game once it's over, and then I'll be back tomorrow for the recap. Quarterfinal recap, semifinal predictions. Honestly, you know what? I'm going to say it. If Tigres advance, they're losing to Nashville. I'm calling it now. This was the weakest damn game ever. We'll see what happens. If Nashville can play well at El Volcan and they get a win at Nashville, we'll see what happens. Playing forward. Seattle's got to make something happen. Alex rolled on. High cross. Last kick of the ball. Headed away. And that will be cleared. And Tigres will survive. Tigres survive. They're going to the semifinals. Seattle gave it all they had. But it just wasn't meant to be. 3-1 on the night. 3-3 on aggregate. Away goals to Tigres. Absolutely shameless, but whatever. 3-1 esta noche, 3-3 global. Goals visitar para Tigres. Tigres avanzar a semifinales contra Nashville. Shameless as fuck, but okay. Damn. Shameless, but that away goal came through. That away goal came through. I'll tell you that right now. I had Tigres winning. Hold on. I had Toluca. Check that. Okay. All right. So we got three. With that being said, if you liked this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribe. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Hit that hype button to get this up in the algorithm. Hit that join button to become a member. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you within the hour for the review of this match. It's definitely something to talk about. And I'll see you later today for the recap and quarterfinal recap, semifinal prediction of the Champs Cup. We're off Friday, and I'll see you Saturday for Toronto FC versus Austin FC live RSR. Then we're off for the rest of Saturday and Sunday. So with that being said, there you go. There you go. Tigres, Nashville, Toluca, LAFC semifinalists. We have our semifinalists. 5 games left in this tournament. Both legs of each semifinal and the one final game. 5 games to go in this tournament. 5 games to a champion. 2 MLS teams, 2 Mexican teams. Who's it going to be? With that being said, I'll see you later. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. See you.